بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ما بعد. We're in the تقريب الوصول إلى علم الأصول by the great Imam Ibn Juzay Al-Kalbi that passed away 741 Hijriya, the great Maliki Ash'ari Sufi scholar. He's a shaheed, rahimahullah ta'ala. We are in one of the chapters في أدلة الأحكام, and this of course is وفيه عشرة أبواب. We're on the باب الأول في حصر الأدلة. This is pretty beneficial here, that the author, he says وهي على الجملة ثلاثة أنواع نص ونقل مذهب واستنباط. فالنص هو الكتاب والسنة. So he divided into three: the nas, نقل المذهب, and istinbat. And then he says the nas, فالنص هو الكتاب والسنة. The kitab and the sunnah, of course, the Quran and the sunnah. ونقل مذهب وهو الإجماع وأقوال الصحابة. And the naql of the madhab of we have an ijma', the consensus, the agreement of the scholars, and we have the opinions of the sahaba, the companions radiyallahu anhum. Then we have wal istinbat, huwa al-qiyas wa ma ashbahahu. So the qiyas and things that resemble al-qiyas. Before we continue, we know the four agreed upon usuli principles generally, which is the Quran, the Sunnah, the Ijma' and Qiyas. Then there's khilaf and other things. So so we took these three here generally about the proofs. Then the author really gives a breakdown. He says, فيجب على العالم أن ينظر المسألة أولا في الكتاب. So the first thing for the scholar is to look in the kitab, the Quran. فإن لم يجدها نظرها في السنة. And if he does not find it there, he goes to the Sunnah. فإن لم يجدها نظرها فيما أجمع عليه العلماء أو اختلفوا فيه. Then if he doesn't find it there, he sees or he looks into, he or she of course, looks into the agreement of the scholars or the disagreements, if there's a disagreement. So then after that, فَأَخَذَ بِالْإِجْمَاعِ. So after that he looks into the ijma', if there was an ijma', وَرَجَّحَ بَيْنَ الْأَقْوَالِ فِي الْخِلَافِ. And then with regards to the khilaf part, then you do the tarjih. You take what's stronger, what you see to be stronger with regards to the difference of opinions. فَإِن لَمْ يَجِدْهَا فِي أَقْوَالِهِمْ. And if you don't find it in these opinions, استنبط حكمها بالقياس. Then you use analogy, you use qiyas to make a ruling. وَبِغَيْرِهِ مِنَ الْأَدِلَّةِ. And then with regards to other principles, with other proofs, وعددها على الجملة 20 ما بين متفق عليه ومختلف فيه. And this is between so generally it's going to be 20 principles. It's going to be 20 principles between agreed upon and disagreed upon. And they are Al-Kitab, the Quran, the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wa shar'u man qablana, and there's khilaf in that, and even amongst the Malikiyah and other schools. Wa ijma'u al-ummah, this is the general ijma' which the four schools take. Wa ijma'u ahl al-Madina, this of course is famous with regards to the Malikiyah, one of the mufradat for sure, that the Malikis, they take this as a proof, one of the Usuli principles. وَإِجْمَاعُ أَهْلِ الْكُوفَةِ, this would be the Hanafiya who would be more inclined to this for sure. وَإِجْمَاعُ الْعَشْرَةِ مِنَ الصَّحَابَةِ. It actually says, yes, it says itra, but the footnote says that it's al-ashara. The itra would be, of course, the Prophet ﷺ's family, which we follow, of course. If it was ashara min as-sahaba, then it would be the 10 promised Jannah. Either way, both of them are scholars we follow and righteous people that we follow, so no problem in that. وإجماع الخلفاء الأربعة, and the agreement of the four khulafa, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, and Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu wa radiallahu anhum jami'an. وقول الصحابة, in the opinion of the Sahabi, which the Malikiyah they take generally, and the majority of the scholars, contrary to the Shafi'iyah famously. Wal Qiyas, of course, the four schools take Al Qiyas analogy. Wal Istidlal, and he mentions والاستدلال والاستصحاب والبراءة الأصلية والأخف بالأخف والاستقراء والاستحسان والعوائد والمصلحة وسد الذرائع والعصمة. So he lists these 20 principles, and there's khilaf in a lot of them, of course. He mentions like al-istishab, al-hal, which the majority take, the Maliki and the majority take, contrary to the Hanafiya, famously. He mentions al-akhafu bil-akhaf, which the Shafi'iyya famously take, al-istihsan, which is khilaf in, the Hanafiya take it, and the Malikiyah. And it's attributed to the Hanabila, famous of course Imam Shafi'i doesn't take it. Al-awa'id is al-urf, which the Malikiyah take. You don't see this in like the Nazm of Ibn Abi Kaf, but this is one of the Usuli principles, and other scholars they take it. والمصلحة referring to the maslaha al-mursala, which the Malikiyah take, and it's been said that وإذن وسد الذرائع, so al-awaid wal-masalih and the sadd al-dhara'i', it's been said that the Malikiyah are the only ones that take it, but really what's correct, like the scholars have said, that they were expansive in these compared to the other scholars, so they became known for it. But the other scholars, they consider them somewhat at times at least. In sadd al-dhara'i', the Hanabila, they take that anyway. In the Hanabila, they have al-awaid as well, the urf. So this is just a general outlook on usuli principles, and the steps. You see how complicated it gets with regards to establishing these usuli principles. You have the four agreed upon, and then you have so many others that are disagreed upon. Here the author mentions 20, and some might count them even more differently to make it even more than that. And you see that the Maliki might take something the other Usuli scholars don't take, or maybe the Maliki and the majority take something, maybe the four schools agree on something. Maybe there's khilaf in the own Maliki school about it, which happens as well. And there's khilaf in the Maliki school about this Usuli principle being a even like Shar'u man qablan. You don't see that in Nazim ibn Abi Kaf, for example. But you see it here. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.